I remember being really nervous for my interviews. I interviewed at Mountain College where I had two interviews, and actually I had two more interviews, one at Metro College and one at Hugs, which is where I am now. And during these four interviews, I saw many interesting questions. One really interesting question I saw was a question about cubes and the number of variations. Well, 3 dimension, 4 dimension, and even higher dimension. And it didn't stop there. We also discussed how many edges there are in this dimension, and we tried to find the prime model for each one of these. I thought it was quite interesting. There were also very hard questions. One particular question I remember is I was asked to sketch the normal distribution which likes bell curves. And I was asked to sketch its derivative by I and its derivative as well. So two derivatives. And that was easy enough. You sketch it. And then she asked me I noticed anything about the number of turning points and the number of reads as we go down. And then I noticed that as to differentiate each time, the number of reads and the number of turning points increased by 1. And then the question was given to me, can you prove that formula is true? And that was really difficult. I was really stuck at the beginning, and actually I didn't know what to say. But luckily for me, the interviewer he gave me a hint about some theorem that is really useful for it. And I immediately managed to use this hint and then go on to answer the question. I was really scared at first, but really rewarding at the end. Actually, I didn't get anything about my personal statement in the interview, which I thought it wasn't too strange. I suppose the talk wasn't real interesting at the interview.
I think that interviewers really like to see me struggle through the questions because they want to see how I think. They want to see the pressures in which I go about the questions. And so they would really like giving me a difficult questions. So that I struggle with it, and they would often give me hints to see if I can cooperate with them. If I do, to attend the university. And to prepare for the interviews, I kept that in mind. I practiced expressing my thoughts as much as possible. I did this by speaking out loud when I'm by myself answering a math questions. I tried to do this whenever I could. Well, I also mentioned that I tried to speak my thoughts as much as possible. Rather than that, I I was really keen on solving maths BMO questions, British Math Olympiad questions, and I feel like that helped out a lot. My problem-solving skill. It gave me a good intuition on how to solve questions, and I think it made me a better problem solver all around. I did mock interview with my teachers, and they were quite kind enough to do the sessions with me. And they emphasized that I should be speaking my thoughts out as much as possible. Even when I was struggling to come up with an answer, they encouraged me time and time again to try to give suggestions as how to solve the problem. For example, maybe we can solve this by induction, even though you are not sure how you do that and so on. So I did these things quite often, and I did it about 2 times a week with my teachers, these mock interviews. And these other things I've mentioned, I try to keep them on getting in the background while I prepare for my interviews.